Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be talking about this mouse here, the Logitech G502 X gaming mouse, and DaVinci Resolve 18. I installed software for this mouse and it wasn't doing what I saw in other tutorials. I think the software had changed, which is one reason why I decided to make this video, to make it easier for someone like me trying to figure out these shortcuts on the mouse. So right now I'm using a new screen recorder. It's called Fine Screen Recorder. This is the first time I've used it. I just tested it for a minute. It seemed to be fine. So I'm going to see if it does what it says. If I make this whole video and it doesn't come out, I'm not going to do it again. Okay, so some history on this video. I switched from Adobe Premiere to DaVinci Resolve just a couple weeks ago. And DaVinci Resolve is just so much better than Premiere in my experience. I've been using Premiere for years. It was slower. A lot of the things weren't user-friendly. And I'm not going to get into all the pros and cons. There's plenty of videos on that, but Adobe Premiere is very expensive. DaVinci Resolve is free. There is a paid version of DaVinci Resolve. It's like $300 and you get some extra features, but I am using the free version. Okay, so I've been watching a lot of tutorials on DaVinci Resolve, and this one right here popped up. And it was a mouse this guy used to make his editing workflow faster. It's a great video. I'm going to be talking about 3 different videos, and I'm going to have the links to those videos down below. This is the first one. It's for the Logitech MX Master 3 mouse. So I started doing some research on this mouse and then on other mice, and I ended up buying this one here, the Logitech G502 X gaming mouse, which is not this one. So this video was very helpful. It shows you how to program the mouse. So then I found this one here. By the way, if you're wondering what I searched to find these videos, I searched this right here, Logitech G502 DaVinci Resolve. Then I found this video right here. This video was very helpful as kind of an overview and how he set up his mouse, but he does not show you how to set up the mouse. He completely skips over that part. I'm going to show you how to set up the mouse. So you can see this video here is 7 minutes long. Mine's going to be way longer than that. So then I searched and I tried to figure out how to set up this mouse with DaVinci Resolve. And I watched a bunch of different videos. None of them were that helpful. None of them were specific to DaVinci Resolve. But this video right here is the closest I found. And you can see it was made for Adobe Premiere Pro. But in this video, he shows you how to make macros and set up the buttons for DaVinci Resolve, which is what I'm going to do. So I'm kind of combining these 3 videos, 1, 2, and 3, into one video. So this video is going to be specific to DaVinci Resolve 18 and the G502 X gaming mouse. So I'm done with this now. So go to the Logitech website, type in your mouse. And if it's a different mouse, I would follow these same steps. So you can see here, this is the actual Logitech website for G502 X. Go down here to support and click on View All Downloads. So we are going to, the very first thing that comes up is the Logitech G HUB. This is what I want. So you can see this was last updated in February of 2023. This is the software version I'm going to be downloading, and I'm going to download it right now. All right, I am back. All I did was finish installing this program, and then I opened it up to make sure it was working properly. I was getting some notifications over here about scroll DPI or something. I turned those notifications off. I closed the program. I restarted my computer, and now I have everything open here. This is what I'm going to be mapping on the mouse. So these numbers only correspond to this tutorial. They don't correspond to anything else. These are just, I just numbered these randomly. So this little button here is number 1. This button here is number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and number 6. The scroll wheel I left standard, and these buttons here I'm leaving standard. I like the side-to-side scroll in the timeline, like the center push, number 1. This button here is going to be the N snap on and snap off. This button here is going to be the space bar for play and pause. This button here is going to be save, Control S. This button here is going to be cut. This one here is going to be delete, and this one here is going to be backspace. Obviously, if you've made it this far in the tutorial, you either know or have figured out that you can change these buttons to anything you want. I would suggest watching, I'm just a beginner, well, I shouldn't say I'm a beginner editor. I've been editing for years, but I don't do anything fancy is what I'm trying to say. I just do really basic editing. The first video I showed you, which will be in the link below, the very first one that I mentioned, he's an advanced editor, and he has his mouse set up to do advanced editing techniques. So I would suggest you watch that whole video if you haven't already. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to set up this mouse now. So this is the Logitech G HUB software. What you're going to do is go into Manage Profiles right here. You're going to add a game or application. This scan now doesn't work. This should scan your apps, but it doesn't. So click Add an Application. If you start out on your C drive, you go to Program Files, Blackmagic, DaVinci Resolve, find resolve.exe, and there it is. Now I'm going to go to Profiles. I'm going to add a profile. I'm going to give it a unique name. This is where it got weird the first time I did this. I think it like created its own profile, which it might do again. Okay. Would you like to enable automatic profile switching? I'm going to click yes. Okay, so we are on the DaVinci Resolve profile now. And you can always change them up here. See, it did it again. I'm going to try to modify the profile I made. So the Logitech G HUB software made this one by itself. I don't know why. I'm going to try modifying this one, Resolve, DaVinci Resolve. This is the one I created. Okay, now I'm just going to double click in here. This is just a first time thing. You just click got it. Then you go down to here to assignments. Okay, this is where you create your macros. Make sure that the profile you want to change is highlighted. And now we are going to assign macros. So you can see here, this is how the mouse is set up now. So like this button here, I'm not changing, primary click. This button here, I'm not changing, secondary click. Scroll up, scroll down, scroll right, scroll left. Those are the ones I'm leaving alone. All the other ones that I showed you just a second ago that I'm going to customize, they will all look different in just a minute. You have view 1 and then view 2 is the side view. Okay, so we're going to go to macros, create a new macro. First one I'm going to create is this one, and I'm going to name it nsnap. Okay, real quick. Desktop default is now active. Would you like to keep configuring Resolve? Yes, I want to configure this profile that I'm in. Okay. DAV Resolve is now active. Okay, good. Okay, so this is the macro I want to create. Nsnap, I'm going to hit enter. No repeat, because this is just a macro. When you click the button, you just want it to do one time. And you're going to click Start Now. Record keystrokes. N. Stop recording. The first time I did this, I was like, why are there two N's? I thought maybe it was going to hit N twice, but it didn't. So this must just be like start and stop or something. So I'm going to hit save. Now you can see I have a macro here. Now you can just drag this over and assign it to the button you want it to assign to. So I don't know if you saw that, but that changed right there. So now it's nsnap1. So I'm going to create like the first 3 of these, and then I'm going to go test them, and then we'll do the last 3. So the next one I want to create is, I'm just going to name it spacebar. I'm going to name this space. No repeat. Start now. Record keystrokes. Spacebar. Stop. Save. Okay, I'm in Resolve still. I'm going to drag this onto this key. So now you can see I have my nsnap and my space. Okay. Make sure you're in the right profile. I'm going to create a new macro, and this last one for the top is going to be save, which is Control S. Okay, create new macro. Save. Start now. Record keystrokes. Control S. Stop recording. Save. Okay, and I'm going to map this to this key right here. Okay, now I'm going to completely exit out of this software and see if these are working. So this is just a project I was working on that I brought up. I'm going to try N snap. So when you're scrolling through here, you can see how it's not snapping. I'm going to click this little button that I mapped, and there, it snapped. So that button is mapped correctly. I'm going to click it again. I have a smooth scroll. I'm going to click it again, and it should snap. The space bar, so I'm going to click. Nice. Okay, and I'm going to click the save. And I don't know if you saw that, it flashed that it was saving the G HUB software. I'm going to choose my profile, open the mouse, and you can see my macros are all there. I'm going to record the last 3. So cut. I made some changes to my Resolve keyboard. You can do that right here if you don't know how. Keyboard customization. Just click on Resolve, keyboard customization, and you can see that the C is the razor tool, which is cut. I think the default for this is like Control B, if I remember right, but I've been using it like this for a while because I made some changes in here. So I'm just giving you a warning that your C might not be the same thing as mine. You'll have to figure that out. So I'm going to, you see how this changed back to desktop default? You got to be careful. Resolve, DaVinci, macros, create new macro. This is going to be cut. No repeat, start now, record, C, stop recording, save. And I'm going to map it to, always check your profile. I'm going to map it to this one right here. Okay. The next one is the delete key. Create new macro, delete. Record keystroke, delete. And my last one is backspace. Okay. See here into the desktop default. I don't know why it makes this Resolve default profile, but we need to resolve the profile that we created. And you can see now the 3 keys right here. Number 1, snap. Number 2 is the spacebar. Number 3 is save. And on the side, we have cut, delete, and backspace. I'm going to close this. I'm going to actually restart my computer, and I'm going to start recording, and then we're going to test these out. Okay, I restarted my computer. All I've done is open up Resolve. I opened up my project. I started recording with Fine Screen Recorder. I looked at the other files I've recorded, and they all seem fine. and I have not done anything else. I did not open up this software, so I'm hoping when I open Resolve that the Logitech software is smart enough to just use the buttons that I've mapped, the macros. So first I'm going to try, let me pull up my list again because I don't even remember the numbers. Okay, snap on, snap off. You can see it moving right there. That button's working. Play. That button's working. Save. That seems to be working. Cut is this one, and that worked perfectly. Good. Now delete. Perfect. And backspace. Perfect. Okay. So if you have your clip highlighted and you want to delete everything to the back, you can cut. And then if you use delete, it'll move everything over. If you use backspace, it'll just remove that highlighted clip. So cut, delete. You see it move everything backward. Cut, and backspace just removes it, but it doesn't move everything. Okay, everything looks good to me. Thanks for watching. I know this was really long, but a lot of these tutorials I found online aren't detailed. They just skip over stuff. So hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'm going to stop recording right now.